say, yeah, those soft metals. They're all made. I meant to ask her.
Everyone. A couple of things before we start, a little business to take care of. You've all been watching TV and they announced that there's a live audience. Well, of course, you're the live audience. I hope you're alive anyway. We have, to my left, an applause sign, and it'll be your job to applaud. Also, please take a moment to silence your phones or turn them off, which would be even better. If you don't applaud, you don't silence your phones, your chairs are wired for 50,000 volts. I don't think there's any more business that we have to take care of, so let's get started. Let's take a walk, we'll sing and we'll talk, maybe share a drink or two. You listen to me and I listen to you. Streets are aglow like the people below, on the sidewalks we all know so well. Walking on Main Street, it's got a story to tell. Officially, let me welcome you, friends and neighbors, to the Hobnob Theater Studio Broadcast #1. And this one's entitled Butler. I'm your host, Jerry Johnston. We have a great cast for you this evening. Our accompanist, Mr. Ken Smith. Our sound effects expert extraordinaire, Karen O'Donnell. And she plays the drums. Let me introduce the fantastic cast to you, Mr. Kevin Vespaziani. Justi. Hoolahan. And the one and only Crawford. Remind you that also joining us in the studio a little bit later on tonight, a man that's well known to many folks here in Butler, not only for his artistry with paints and brushes, but his artistry with an acoustic guitar and his voice, Mr. Tom Panay. in on the Pearl Street Gang, Butler, Pennsylvania's favorite small city neighborhood. Brought to you by Aristocrackers, the snack food for people with high-class tastes and bottom-of-the-barrel budgets. And now, a word from our sponsors.
Come on, you're almost there!
He almost made it!
Wow, what a mess! This is a blowout!
The Browns are just terrible this year.
What can you do? These muddy playing conditions.
They never make it to the Super Bowl.
Not like that, they won't. What do we want to do about food?
Well, let's split a couple pies.
Oh, come on, again? From Luigi's Revenge?
Worst pizzeria I ever had. What are we gonna do?
What's the matter, folks? Has game night hit the skids?
Who's that?
What's that smell?
Who are you?
Sick of those tired-out slices soiling your football munchies?
Well, of course, but what choice do we have?
We're slaves to custom.
We want something new and exciting, and we want it now!
Oh, stuff our crust and set us free, Mr. Magic Point.
Please, we yearn to be free.
Drop those hand-tossed greasy wheels and get to chewing on our gut-busting sandwich, Runza.
Runs what?
Runza. Yes, from the makers of Deuces Wild, Hot Sloppies, Captain Splatter, and Southern Discomfort. Runza, a sandwich loaded with mouth-watering reconstituted hamburger, banana peppers, onions, condensed cheese culture, chili powder, Go Lightly, foam expander, and the legally allowable amount of rat pellets and bug fragments, fully sealed and baked inside the bun. Yes, folks, thanks to our patented, long-lasting industrial fixative, our scrumptious bun nuggets leave no crumbs, no grease, no trace, and no nothing. Just pop it out of the oven, open nearby windows, allow 10 minutes for degassing, and it's ready for your mouth. It flows down the gutter like a knife, bread and butter.
Woohoo! That sounds juicy!
That's right, fair weather fan. Runza is now available in 6 steaming flavors. The Philly cheesesteak power wash, Old Faithful, the Milwaukee Hydrant, Crock-Pot Medley, the Widowmaker, and introducing our tasty Texas chicken send-up cock-a-doodle stew. One bite of these buns, and you'll be cha-cha-cha champions on game day.
That's great. But what about snacks? Shouldn't we get wings or something?
Wings? Well, maybe after the game you'd like to turn the thermostat up to 80 and watch an episode of Murder, She Wrote, great-grandfather.
Here, friends, rip open a bag of Chipwrecked, the anchovy, eel, driftwood, and sea urchin flavored chips, paired with Runza, will have you dropping anchor in no time.
Victory at sea!
Wow! I'll never eat wings again.
That's fine, but what about drinks?
Let's take this party at sea and bring it home. Wash it all down with Backsplash, a juice concentrate made from the fire-smoked waters of Lake Erie. Get into the splash zone with Backsplash, now with 20% more pathogens.
What's a pathogen?
I think it's a bacteria.
Oh, it's a probiotic. That's good for you. I can feel it working already.
And that's because the cows that live, eat, grow, void, and become your Runza are kept right next to the drainage basin where we dredge and manufacture your Backsplash. The pathogen from the cow, to the basin, to the bottle, to your Brown's loving intestinal tract.
Wow. 2 amazing products working together to form a harmonious whole. That's harmonious whole. Sorry.
Now we're ready to watch the game.
It goes great with ranch dressing.
Careful now, the flavor is explosive.
It's like a mudslide of goodness.
It's hot, my mouth is on fire.
So, when you're sliding into first or running down the hall, go with the all-time game day MVP. Get the runs with Runza. You only rent it.
I got the runs for Runza.
Made by the Montezuma conglomerate. Remember Remember to eat responsibly, never drive or operate heavy equipment while eating runza. Always allow 5 to 10 minutes minimum for cooling and degassing before attempting to bite into a baked runza. Never defrost or eat an undercooked runza. Runza may cause loss of smell, unusual impulsive behavior, abnormal dreams, vanishing fingerprints, and blue urine. Offer void in Utah, Alaska, Hawaii, and Puerto Rico.
The Aristocracker Company presents the continuing adventures of Shirley and Frank McIntyre, Butler, PA's most beloved couple in The Pearl Street Gang. Broadcast before a live studio audience, The Pearl Street Gang starring Kevin Vespaziani as Frank McIntyre.
Shirley! Today my screwdriver!
And starring Justi as Shirley McIntyre.
Did you look in the microwave?
Co-starring Crawford as Mrs. Babushkas.
Well, so thin. Here, have another pierogi.
And the rest of Butler's lovable Pearl Street gang. And now a message from our sponsors. Well, look what the cat drug in. Uncle Cyrus Fiddle Tune here with a message for all you highfalutin city slickers and fancy pack and folks who got their noses so high they can't see the cow chips they're stepping in. You want quality? You want cheap? You want to stop the dilly-dally and get the job done right? Well, behold, Aristocrackers. Don't let the fancy name fool you. These little devils pack a punch that'll make even the most refined palate do a jig. And they won't break the bank neither. They're for folks like you and me who appreciate a good crunch and a burst of flavor that'll make you think you struck gold. These Aristocrackers ain't about putting on airs or acting above your station, no. They're about indulging in the finer things in life without forgetting where you come from. So next time you feel like puffing up your chest and prancing around like a peacock, remember one thing. Aristocrackers are here to bring a taste of sophistication to even the roughest of souls. Aristocrackers, the snack cracker for people with high-class taste and bottom-of-the-barrel budget. Get your sorry hides down here and get some, and if you don't, well, I ain't gonna be too happy about it.
When you're feeling cheap.
We now join the McIntyres for a typical quiet Saturday evening at home. Frank is looking forward to scouring eBay, searching for that long-lost Lone Ranger cap gun from his childhood. And Shirley's about to crochet another new shawl for her granddaughter. At least she will once she wins one more Facebook comment section battle about the safety of fluoride.
Popcorn, fridge did butter. You are a sight for sore eyes.
You making popcorn in there?
No!
Don't lie to me. Did I hear that microwave?
I was looking for a screwdriver.
Frank, you can't have popcorn with your diverticulitis.
My diverticulitis is my business.
I knew it. That's just great. You'll be up moaning all night.
Well, it's no worse than that CPAP machine keeping me awake. I don't know which is worse, that 60-piece snorchestra from before or the outboard motor you got in the nightstand now.
Frank, this is terrible. Did you see this?
I did not see it, no.
Do you see what I see?
A voice calling on the wind.
Be serious for once.
I'm not the serious one, you're serious. No, I didn't see it. What are you talking about?
See this? Look, it's awful. I can't believe it. It can't be true.
Shirley, is this some kind of state secret, or are you going to show me what it is that you're looking at? Otherwise, I'd like to get back to my popcorn party.
Oh, here, take my phone.
Don't hand that to me. I got butter up to my knuckles.
Frank, Mrs. Bothello
died.
Who?
Well, you remember.
Was she the one stealing copper from the cemetery?
No, Frank. She used to live in Lindora. She was Max's cousin.
Oh, right.
Do you know who Max is?
No.
No, Frank. From Elderton.
Elderton?
Up in Armstrong County, up there on 422.
I know where Elderton is.
Max Ohnfeld, who married that Lewis girl from Sunnyside. And her mother-in-law was an Anthony. Well, she lived in the old Umstead place back when we were kids. And her younger cousin, Sarah, the one who used to work at Troutman's and was married to Carl Becker. Yeah, you remember him. He's the one who got you that job after Pullman Standard closed. Well, he's also, his son Mitch, right, was dating a girl. He met her cousin Patty, and that was her mother, Mrs. Buthello.
Whose mother?
Okay, Frank. Cousin Patty's friend, whose daughter dated Carl's son. Although her first husband died in 2003, and when she remarried, she became Mrs. Bothello. Well, you probably knew her as Mrs. Hattier. She was no relation, though, to Adelaide up there on Washington Street. But that was before she moved to Texas to be near her son.
Shirley, I have to give you credit. That was the most bewildering, meandering journey of vague social relations you ever took me on.
I can't believe you don't remember her.
I can't even remember who you're trying to get me to remember anymore. Why don't you skip the police report and get to the interesting part?
I just thought you'd want to know. Sometimes I wonder if you care about anyone but yourself.
Don't be silly. I care deeply about you. You and Mr. Orville Redenbacher.
I hate that obnoxious truck.
Who's that, the Bunsen boy again?
Oh, yeah, and that pickup with that lift kit thing.
Well, you know what they say about lift kits.
No, what?
Well, the higher the lift, the shorter the...
Who could that be?
When is she going to answer it?
Aren't you?
Oh, you're much closer, and I'll get butter on a doorknob.
Frank, my God, Frank, it's Mrs. Babushkas! Come on!
Hello, Shirley. Good evening, Frank. It's raining cats and leashek out there tonight.
Come in, Mrs. Babushkas.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, what can we do for you there, Mrs. B?
Oh, Frank, how thin you look.
I think so. I've been going it a while.
He's been going for 2 days.
I was just making some skopepki and thought you might like some.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
What's that?
Oh, when I was little girl in Moriescu, my old Bobby, she would make it for us on rainy April day. Just like today. Very filling, very hearty, very nutritious. So I brought some over for you both.
Oh, it smells wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
What's in it?
Well, you start with the cabbage and an onion, cook them down together with lots of fennel seed. Then set aside. In another pot, you boil in the chicken broth, the intestines of a goat, the liver of a rabbit, the heart of a pig, until they all fall apart. Drain, chop and fry in bacon grease. Add some little bits, coriander, and add more of the broth you boiled it up in, and boil it again until the broth is just so. And then you skim off all the scum. Put in the vegetables, you know, the cabbage and so on. And then for color, I add some beets. And next I make potato dumpling and drop in.
I can't wait to try it.
I gotta see a man about a horse.
What is wrong with Frank?
It's just something he ain't not.
I smell popcorn.
He'll be all right. It's just his diverticulitis.
Shirley, I want to ask you something. You don't mind?
Oh, of course not, Mrs. B. Whatever can I do for you?
It is my granddaughter. She is staying for a weekend. She is so bored. I don't know what to do with her. She wants to be on cell phone all day and all night. She is one of those phone drones.
Oh, no, I know all about it. 24 years as a public school teacher, and what those cell phones have done.
Yes, I know. It's terrible. So I took phone.
You didn't.
What could I do? The things she was watching and doing. No, it had to go.
What'd you do with it?
I took it and put it in front of Brunson's boy's truck tire.
So you run it over?
Oh, since Stanislav above, I hope so.
What will her parents say?
Say? They should thank me what they should say. But now, what do I do with her?
You could always play a game.
Yes, we could do that. I think of some games from girlhood in Lower Slovenia. Like chase chickens, dung beetle race, and the fish head toss.
That would be lovely. You must miss Slobovia.
No, Lower Slovenia was dump. That is why I come to America.
What are you two talking about now? Who's second cousin, uncle, 20 times removed from the register lady at the hardware store, took a trip to a sod farm to watch grass grow with your pre-stepsister?
My granddaughter.
Oh. I'm gonna jump on eBay and check my bids.
No. You stay right here, Frank. You stay right here. Mrs. B could use some help. Perhaps the four of us could get together and play a game.
I don't want to get in the way of ladies' night.
We could do something educational.
Like the time you tried to teach Trevin about classical music.
Oh, who is Trevin?
Oh, he's my great-nephew. He's 8 years old.
Yeah, she decided to introduce him to Paco Bell's canon.
A canon?
Oh, it's a song. It's a classical song. It's the one that GE uses in those light bulb commercials.
Oh, yes, this one.
Yeah, that's Paco Bell's canon.
Yes, it's beautiful. How did he like it?
Oh, he loved it.
Yes, he loved it, and he said his family loved it too, and they went there every Tuesday for tacos.
Then where?
Paco Bell's restaurant.
Oh, he meant Taco Bell.
Isn't it charming?
It's funny, when I think of Taco Bell's canon, I think of something a little different.
Yes, I know what you mean. Something comes out shooting out. Should have stayed in.
Mrs. B, I'll come over.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Well, I'm absolved.
No, you're going to stay. You're going to come over as well. And besides, someone will need to fix up some snacks and then read up afterwards.
We now take a short hiatus from the McIntyres and the rest of the Pearl Street gang for a brief word from our sponsor.
That's when I told the client we needed catering for the grand opening.
What did you do?
Well, there was no time and no budget.
What happened to the contract?
We lost it.
Lost it?
It was a disaster. I lost the entire portfolio. Then I lost my position in management. Then I lost my job. And then Rachel left me. She said if I couldn't keep a simple account because I couldn't manage a catered opening, how could she trust me?
Listen up, you hapless oafs. How many times we gotta be reminded that a cracker can be the downfall of a man? Yeah. Invest in nothing but the finest, Aristocrackers. These here deluxe crackers are fit for every occasion, whether you're schmoozing at a social gathering or striking deals in the cutthroat world of business. I mean, they come now in flavors like wasabi, bird's nest, and kimchi. It's perfect for sealing them overseas contracts. And remember this, you sorry sacks. Aristocrackers are for folks with refined taste, and the wallet is empty as the outhouse pit. Our program now returns to the old Foursquare on Pearl Street. As Frank and Shirley try to teach Mrs. Babushkas and her granddaughter how to play pinochle.
Here, have another pop.
Okay. So you see, Hope, an ace is worth 11 points. 10 is worth 10 points, and king is worth 4 points.
King is worth 4 points, and yet it is bigger than a 10?
Well, not in this game.
But king is always most important. I don't understand.
Well, that's just how this game works.
St. Vladimir of Stoyashko. What about queen?
Well, the queen is worth 3.
The queen is worth 3 points? Less than the king?
Yes, less than the king.
No. The king may sit on throne, but the queen knows she rules. Therefore, she should be worth more than 10.
In this game, she's worth 3.
What kind of game is this? The 10 worth more than king. The king is worth more than queen. No. In chess game, everyone learns in Lower Slovakia. Queen is greatest piece on board. Queen rules as in life. But in this game, king is worthless and queen is worth less than worthless.
Do you want to play chess?
I hate chess.
Well, in this game, she's only worth 3. You know, nothing personal against Her Majesty. It's just face cards.
Give me a rule book again.
It sure is nice getting to know you, Hope.
Okay.
So what do you want to be when you grow up?
Are you serious?
Not really, no.
Don't be rude, Hope. Mr. McIntyre ask you question. Answer him.
An influencer?
That sounds interesting.
Why don't you start with Pete down a block? He's always under the influence.
Or maybe, I don't know, a surgeon.
How are your grades? You going to Butler still? Is Mr. Applebottom still teaching shop?
No, I go to school online.
Well, that sounds interesting. What do you study?
Stuff.
I'm not sure I understand this game. Book makes less sense than Frank.
I'll call the Guinness Book of Records, son.
Good one.
You wait here. I'll go get some little snacks. Frank, come help me, please. I have tray. You carry it.
Sorry about your phone, honey.
What?
Your phone. Your grandma told me all about it.
Oh, she tells everyone everything.
That's just how old people are.
Old people? You're old.
Oh, I'm not as old as. But look, what I'm saying is, I know it can be hard.
I don't even know you.
Yes, but I understand teenagers. I was one myself once, you know.
And when was that? After the Cambrian explosion?
What?
Never mind. I was gonna say, this trip is exhilarating, and if I was having any more fun, it'd be illegal.
You know, that phone addiction, it's a terrible thing. Your generation is so adversely affected by it. I was a teacher until I retired, and I saw it all the time.
Oh, is that me or you?
Oh, it's me. Wait, look, Claudia wrote back. Wait, just a second. Like I was saying, dear, you should find healthier ways to reinforce your self-worth. Oh, it's me. Oh, wait. Frank, I got another 23 likes on that Facebook post of mine about Aunt Mary's recipe collection.
Okay.
Oh, wait, Karen Dunn left a comment, and so did that nice Miss Terry Isacco. She's from church. Remember that? I think it's because we grew up with a very demanding expectations in a much more settled and tangible world.
Sounds like life is simpler.
Yes, we didn't have these distractions. Oh, Frank Hester put up a picture of her new grandpuppy. Look at him. Oh, although I never really liked those labradoodles, he's adorable.
All right, there you go. Everyone gets a little bowl of chips and dip, and I think Miss Bees is making pierogies back here.
Oh, Frank, that's not my phone.
Oh, rats. I've been outbid on eBay again.
What is all this dinging? Did you get your phone off straight? What is wrong with them?
What's wrong with them is they're not as above the fray as they like to imagine themselves.
Look at this video of Doug's new fishing bed.
Oh, wait, look at this cat video.
Shipping $158. It can't weigh 5 pounds.
Wait, Wait, Frank, 304 likes. I can't believe it. Wait, let's see how many my sister has. Oh, wait, I've got more. Take that, big sister. Who's your daddy now?
On behalf of the fine makers of quality snack foods, Aristocrackers, and all of the gang over here on Pearl Street, we wish you and yours a good night. Good night, folks. Right now, I'd like to welcome to the Hobnob Theater Main Street studio broadcast as we come to you live from the Hobnob stage here on Main Street in delightful downtown Butler. Our musical guest for this evening, the one and only Mr. Tom Panay. Take it away, Tom. Or so, and we'll also talk about his artwork. So we'll look forward to seeing you again, Tom.
Thank you.
Now, for all of you in our studio audience and around the world, it's time for a special report on a unique local Butler phenomenon. The world of conflict, the world of fierce competition. Only the strong, the brave, and the true thrive. They will rise up and come to power. The power to take and hold a throne, and the kingdom to go with it.
What is this? 38 porta potties? Holy cow, how can you get that many onto one truck?
I don't know, Paul. Our job is just to deliver these things.
Ma'am, you cannot leave your car parked here. This is a major highway. Route 79 is not a freaking parking lot.
You have to understand, I need to get to that Justi tournament.
What are you talking about?
Look, that one right there. You can barely see it. I need to be there in 10 minutes. I'm the queen, and they've got the main entrance blocked with some delivery trucks full of porta potties.
They come from every corner of the globe. They come from every period in history. They come from every costume shop in the tri-state area to test their true mettle in combat. I challenge thee! Have at ye! Who are these individuals, the men and women who flock every summer to the former farmer fields outside of Butler, Pennsylvania?
Our noble house will go on to rule. We shall rule by virtue of our dedication to all that chivalric values, to honor, bravery, and by virtue of our exquisite tailoring, all made possible by Helen Beaucamp of Ligonier. Thanks, Helen. Just look at that headline.
These are the men and women of the Butler War.
Yeah. It's not all train, mail, and destruction, I've been involved in Butler Wars for the last 2 years, and I gotta say, we encompass all human emotions and aspects of, like, life and stuff.
I see what we do as a necessary element of correction to the empty lives of most modern Americans. We look to the past for inspiration, to find beauty and community.
Some say the participants form a unique modern subculture. Others claim they are dedicated bands of visionaries, rebuilding society within an already failed society. Others see them as merry outsiders joining together for harmless fun and mirth, pursuing a worthwhile hobby with practical and delightful artistic expressions of skill and charm.
We're mostly an educational organization. What we do is educational and not-for-profit type stuff. Very necessary for helping people imagine the past creatively, of course.
Tonight, the Hobnob Theater Main Street Studio Broadcast presents a special documentary report on the Butler War.
I first saw these people at Walmart. It was like almost 10 years ago, walking around with their tights and their vest, and I don't know, some of the guys were kind of hot.
I don't know. Whenever I see them start showing up in June, I just get the heebie-jeebies.
They gather on the outskirts of Butler, Pennsylvania, where they encamp for weeks at a time in a semi-feudal enclave of tents, pavilions, and tournaments. And that culminates in a great contest for the right to rule over all.
Your queen has arrived. My people, it is time for us to seize the moment. We must rise and converge with the spirit of these days. Who shall champion our cause? Who shall ride forth on their noble steed? Who shall summon his courage to go forth?
I shall. I shall lead your warriors, my noble lady, to defend our claim to all that is great and good.
But me, I shall, my liege.
No, Larry, we went over this in committee last week. Your place is by my side in the entertainment tent. I think Paul's good to go.
Larry, sit down. You're not going to lead the troops into battle.
No hard feelings, Larry, but you're a little short,
I think this ranking people by height is anti-democratic.
Larry, this is a monarchy.
I'm just bigger and stronger than you, Larry. Besides, I have, like, actual armor.
We should be more democratic.
Tell Larry to shut up.
We're a freaking monarchy, man.
And don't you forget it. I am your queen.
Well, we're more of a collective, cooperative, really. Not quite hierarchical, because that's a bit too patriarchal.
That's a Monty Python reference.
Shut up, Larry.
I'm a stinking queen. How can we be patriarchal?
runs.
Hey, I wanted runs. Which one of you guys canceled my runs?
Well, we do have 38 porta potties.
I got the runs, runs, runs for runs.
Porta potties don't flush.
Now, some people see the gathered assortment of weekend warriors dressed as Roman legionnaires, samurai, and Norman knights and wonder what life is like in camp.
I've been making armor, helmets mostly for this year's event. I work with the guys in different groups, and I've made these sort of Viking style, like horny things. Now, Viking stuff has been very popular this year.
Viking helmets didn't have horns.
Just ignore him.
This Butler group is part of a worldwide living history organization that studies and recreates medieval cultures.
Yes, SPIFF. S-P-F-F. It's a society for the preservation of fiction and fantasy. I've been a member of SPIFF for 11 years, and now I'm the national co-chair for the Butler Wars.
We're really an educational organization that seeks to show the world what the past is really like by recreating it.
We are not limited to real history, but history as it should have been.
Yeah, we're super accurate when it comes to history.
No, we're not. We're trans-historical. Historical in spirit, but fantasy in practice, as I like to say.
That's not right, Colleen. That's not right. With you and the other airy fairy types, it's fantasy first and foremost, and history is kicked into the dustbin of history.
Oh, Larry, we've been over this 1,000 times.
People around Butler have been intrigued by this unusual annual phenomenon that descends upon the small city here in western Pennsylvania. The participants are widespread, coming from every state in the Union and faraway countries. Each summer, they come bringing bringing to life a scale version of a lost world of politics, intrigue, war, and fine handicrafts. We spoke to one of their participants.
I'm the Green Knight. Well, I am on the weekends. Mostly I'm an investment banker for PNC Bank. I've been coming here for almost 14 years. And I'd like to think that when I'm bashing in heads on the jousting field or winning another battle, I'm pursuing my work with Spiff with the same doggedness I bring to my work at the bank.
So this is LARPing, is it?
Hey, woo. Hold on there. This isn't LARPing. LARPing is for pansies. They use padding and foam and they're wimps. This is the real deal. Wood, metal, people get hurt.
Okay, apologies.
Well, don't call us LARPers.
Fine. So, you're going up against the Queen.
Yeah, Her Majesty, the current Queen. Well, she has a young champion. A new guy, nice car dealer from Ohio. But he's getting a little big for his britches.
So we dropped in on a training session at the rival camp.
All right. I know I'm new at this, but the Queen has selected me. So let's try to have a little practice, Larry. You take this sword and try to knock me down, while I use my mace and the shield.
Okay, but I'm really going to come at you. Just pretend I'm the Green Knight.
Have at ye, Green Knight! Come, ye base dog! Ye coward! Have ye nothing more to give? Ha! 'Tis but a glancing blow, a trifle, a nothing burger. I give it as good as I take it. Ah! Oh! Oh! That hurt it! That hurt it! Oh, that hurt it. Ow, my hand. Oh, can you move it? Ow!
We've got a problem.
What is it?
Oh, my hand, it really hurts. Oh, do we have to go through with this?
You're my champion, my paramour, my knight marshal. You can't quit now. We would lose the whole enchilada if you back out on me.
Well, it's just I didn't think it would hurt so bad.
Did you have the alchemist look at it?
No. And besides, I just really don't know if I'm cut out for this.
Look, there are a lot of people really counting on you.
Yeah, I know, but that just makes it worse. I'm not sure I've got the right personality for this kind of thing. My therapist said that, well, I mean, it's a lot of pressure. You know, making my monthly quota of used Toyotas is much easier than this.
Just don't think about the pressure.
What are you two talking about?
What now, Larry? Look, if you can move used cars, you can win a battle. I need you. If you don't take the field the day after tomorrow, Larry is going to try to convince the nerd herd to change the whole strategy. And it'll amount to a coup d'etat. I can't risk that, especially after I bought that new dress.
Many local people have been pleased by the additional revenue and traffic that the wars bring to the area.
Look, I love it when they come into my restaurant. They're very polite and tip well. They do leave feathers and bits of fur from their costumes everywhere, but you know, they're worth it, my waitstaff says, except for bikers. They're our best customers.
Come, lords, ladies, and gentlemen. Now is the time for us to eat, drink, and make merry, for tomorrow we may die, but die gloriously on the field of battle.
Your Majesty, I have news to bring to your attention. The Queen's champion, the car dealer from Ohio, has just been injured in a training accident.
Fortune at last smiles upon us!
The day of battle draws nigh.
Today is the day. Flesh, animals, steel, and rubber will all clash in a titanic struggle for supremacy. A day of daring deeds, death-defying demonstrations of bravery, and a bevy of unique handicrafts at discounted prices.
As you go forth today, you represent all that we hold dear. You know that while I will not be with you on the field, I will be with you in spirit. For though I have the body of a woman, I have the heart of a lion. My champion, though injured, goes forth to lead you to victory. Love him, serve him, and support him, as though he were me and I were him. Oh, sorry. I've got to take this. It's work.
Hey, isn't the champion gonna say something?
Do I have to?
I mean, it's always customary to have the marshal say something before the combat begins. Besides, Her Majesty is still talking to corporate.
Okay, so let's get out there and do what we have to do. Won't be easy, nothing ever is. And well, I'm sure you've heard I had a little accident here, nothing to worry about it. I mean, hand still smarts like the Dickens, but it'll be okay. And besides, well, you know, we'll be out there together, and they don't frighten me. I mean, the Green Knight frightens me a little bit, but hey, it'll be okay. So let's go, and I mean, it'll be fine. We gotta win, so long live the Queen.
Oh, dragon folk! Today is the day we reclaim our rightful place in the sun. Today we take back what we have lost. Today we resume our true tenure as guardians of all that Smith truly stands for. Speed please to feed fire, oh dragon folk. Follow the Green Knight with his rampant red dragon on his green shield. Follow him into combat, follow him into sacrifice, and follow him
Justi. Let me put my visor up.
Hey, you're that guy. You messed up my oil change and tire rotation on my Lexus.
What are you talking about?
That time I had to use the dealership outside of Cleveland.
Well, we take care of 1,000 Lexuses and Toyotas a month.
Oh, I never forget a face. I went in there for a tire rotation, and you forgot to properly tighten the lug nuts. I nearly lost a tire and crashed, you imbecile. Now prepare to die, like I almost did on Interstate 80.
Well, it wasn't my fault. The guy was drunk and we fired him.
No, tell Mr. Patel we've got a different plan for his marketing team. Yes, Sharon in the Lancaster office is taking care of that for us.
You will die!
I do.
So as another season nears, the Tented Hills will be peopled with 1,000 villagers, drawn from across geographic and temporal zones, past and present. Soon there will be dancing, feasting, and games of all kinds, as the renowned warriors troop into position, and the armed hosts will gather. Men and women will strike for valor, honor, and renown in a mythical kingdom on the sultry hills during a Pennsylvania summer.
It's not just about conflict, it's also about merchants, minstrels, and craftsmen all working together as a great example of creative, joyful living. True leisure and coupled with a particular dedication to a bygone and far more beautiful, elegant, and gentle age.
In a world where people are striving for meaning, some are wandering, but not all are lost. Some people have clearly found what they're looking for on a field of festivals, feasts, and fights outside of Butler, Pennsylvania. And now a word from one of our sponsors. Get your online degree in Associates of Arts of Interdisciplinary Discourse and Interdiscipline Interconnected Studies through Greater New Hampshire and Southern Boston Northern University. Work from home, study online, and improve your career. No set login times, no exams, no quizzes, no reading, no boring lectures, no content, no anything. Just a degree. So get out of the career rut you're in and get into a new rut. Degrees to benefit everyone who wants to get a beneficial degree.
My career was in a rut, and then I found Greater New Hampshire and Southern Boston Northern University online. 5 minutes had me enrolled in their idiot-proof online registration form.
AI counselor bots are available to chat with you about your school 24/7.
After I logged into my first class in Interdiction Performa Mass Communications and Psychology of Management for lower scale retail, I knew I had found the right solution for my stalled career.
Your professors are never more than a click away. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and see our dancing cadre of accounting majors on TikTok, while TikTok's still available in the U.S.
I went to Greater New Hampshire and Southern Boston Northern University, and now I begrudgingly night manage at Kroger's to pay my alimony for $17,000 a year. Thanks, GNHSB and you.
My boss was thrilled when I told her about my work online. She couldn't believe it only cost $1,200 a semester. When she saw the quality of the work I did, she said it wasn't just good. It was just good enough.
Create a student and career profile today and find out about our extraordinary financial aid packages. Student loans and aid packages are available for all applicants, no matter your current income or prior level of education. Greater New Hampshire and Southern Boston Northern University, the place to pay for a degree you don't even have to earn. Now, when you're not pursuing your education via online learning, we hope you'll spend your evenings with Hobnob Theater Main Street Studios broadcast. should be remarked that Butler County is one of those liminal spaces, those borderlands between the familiar and the uncanny. In many old, forgotten nooks and byways of America, Butler has a history rich in lore, and some of it, well, is perhaps unnerving. Join us for tonight's installment of Butler After Midnight.
My name is Jack Blevins. I never believed in ghosts until my encounter with one years ago. Somehow I made it angry, and it flicked my ears. And so I set out on a quest to capture, yes indeed, to snatch an image, a video, an audio recording, maybe even a selfie with what I once saw, or at least felt in my ears.
And he goes in here.
With no big camera crew along, I am joined only by my fellow investigator and tech wizard, Jimmy Delancey.
The EMF readings on my Spirit Box SB80 are through the roof.
And my ex-girlfriend, Zoe.
I dumped him, for the record.
The three of us will travel to some of the most highly paranormal, ghost-infested places, where we will spend an entire evening locked in. No exit, no escape, and usually, no bathroom.
Ah! I gotta pee so bad!
We are the Ghost Snappers. The Old Stone House is one of the most haunted sites in Butler County. Its early history as a stagecoach stop between Erie and Pittsburgh means hundreds of travelers darkened its doors in search of a hot meal and a warm bed. But not all of its visitors were the most savory of characters. One such guest was Rosie O'Leary, a tough, single woman with a strong reputation for beating the snot out of men.
What did you say to me?
She was impatient and unkind.
What's taken you so long, you musty buffalo butt?
And had an unusual proclivity for cured salted meat snacks.
I said, give me that jerky, you dumb buffalo butt!
A groundhog trapper by trade, she routinely stopped at the Stone House while peddling her pelts.
Them there's 100% genuine, bona fide woodchuck.
One evening, while staying at the Stone House, Rosie became enraged when a fellow lodger expressed a negative view of groundhogs.
Yeah, groundhogs tain't nothing but overgrown smelly rats.
What do you mean, overgrown rats? What, you flea-bitten, scum-sucking buffalo butt?
Climbing onto a table to gain a higher position and continue her brutal assault on the man, Rosie lost her balance and tumbled backwards against a wall, dislodging the innkeeper's prized mounted buffalo horns, which fell directly onto Rosie's chest, impaling her and bringing on her untimely and unfortunate death.
Rancid buffalo butt!
It is believed that Rosie still haunts the Old Stone House, and that to this day, you can occasionally still feel an angry slap from Rosie's cold, dead hand. Tonight, we go in search of the ghost of Rosie O'Leary. We will lock ourselves up overnight inside the Stone House to see if she has anything she wants to tell us. Turkey! We arranged to meet with George Roberts at the Stone House, a historian and Revolutionary War reenactor who has spent many evenings at the supposedly haunted inn.
Well, I've
I've been working at the Stone House for about 15 years. I've given a lot of tours, and I also stayed here late into the evenings with some of my reenacting buddies.
And have you seen anything weird while you were here?
Well, yeah. Well, one time my friend the Colonel was changing his boots, and that fella had 6 toes on his right foot. And that was pretty weird. I mean, most men have only got 5 little piggies down there.
I mean, anything paranormal.
How's that?
Ghosts, spirits, haunted stuff.
Oh, yeah. Definitely got ghosts living in there.
Really?
Oh, yes. Lots of ghosts and such in here. Sometimes you'll feel a cold wind blowing on the back of your neck, or sometimes you'll see a shadowy figure who's sneaking up them stairs.
I just heard something.
Yeah, me too.
There it is again!
Sounds like chains or something.
Yeah, maybe a ghost dragging the shackles of his criminal existence around.
Oh, that, no. That's just my dog, Princess. I dropped her leash and she ran up the stairs. Here, Princess. Here, girl. So you're gonna spend the night here, huh?
Yes, we are. We're locking ourselves inside the old stone house in search of paranormal activity.
Locked up, you say? Well, I don't know about that. You know, there's no bathroom in there.
Oh, man!
Nope, there's an old outhouse out back, but it hasn't been functional in years. And the kids spray-painted objectionable stuff all over it.
Have you heard about Rosie O'Leary?
Oh, yeah. That gal that works at Sheets and puts the wrong cheese on my sandwich every time. I swear I punch American cheese in that computer thing, and every sandwich I get comes out with that darn provolone.
Yes, me too, except it's Swiss cheese. I hate Swiss cheese.
No. The one who died here at the Stone House 200 years ago.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. She's the one that fell off that table there and got run through with a set of bullhorns. Yes, I remember her. They say she's still here, haunting and terrifying folks.
Hearing George confirm our suspicions about paranormal activity in the Stone House, I was convinced we would encounter something that evening. Something from the past. Something or someone.
The EMF proximity detector is set up over here, Jack.
Good.
And the thermal imaging camera is ready to go upstairs.
Ow!
You okay?
Yeah, my headlamp's on the fritz.
Jimmy, switch headlamps to infrared.
Switching to infrared.
Oh, this thing is junk, Jack. I told you about this last month. You never listened to me.
You never told me about that.
Yes, I did. Just like I told you about that Swiss cheese.
You never told me anything about Swiss cheese.
I did. I told you that Sheets got my order wrong and messed up my sandwich. It tasted terrible.
Right, but you never mentioned Swiss cheese.
Why wouldn't I mention Swiss cheese? You know I hate Swiss cheese.
Okay, you two. Let's stay focused, please.
I can't see anything in here.
Yeah, Jack, my lamp is dying too. Do we have batteries?
Jack got some at Sheets.
What? I didn't get any batteries.
I told you we needed batteries and to grab some when we stopped at Sheets.
You never told me that.
I did. You just never listen.
I do listen, Zoe. I got Red Bull, I got beef jerky, and I got your stupid sandwich. Jimmy, get this weird box focalizer 180.
Monitoring now.
I didn't hear anything.
Nothing yet.
Jack, I really gotta pee.
Is there anybody there? Hello? We mean you no harm. We just want a picture.
Say something. We promise you we're not recording you or anything.
Oh man, too much Red Bull.
Crap, my lamp just died.
Just keep monitoring.
I definitely said batteries.
Ah!
What was that?
What?
Oh, I just totally felt something touch my arm.
Really?
Oh man, that really freaked me out.
Is anyone there? Show yourself.
I hair is standing up.
My bladder's gonna burst.
Quit whining.
I'm not whining. I'm just telling you I have a biological emergency here, you dumb jerk.
Did you record that, Jimmy?
Definitely. Sounded like...
Help me. I heard I was murdered.
I'll rewind.
I heard gotta pee.
Hurt me?
Definitely heard I was murdered.
It said jerky, you jerk.
What's your problem, Zoe?
I told you I gotta go to the bathroom.
Jack, there's a strong EMF presence showing up on my proximity detector.
Who's there?
Oh, this is crazy.
What are you trying to tell us?
Strong signals coming from near you, Jack.
Ow, dang it! Knock it off, Zoe.
What? I didn't do anything.
Stop hitting me, all right? I'm trying to work here.
I'm not hitting you, Jack. I'm over here.
More signals near you, Jack.
This is why we broke up. You never listen to me.
Maybe it's Rosie.
Rosie? Is that you? What do you want?
What are you trying to tell us, Rosie?
I got goosebumps. Look at these goosebumps.
Uh-oh. It's moving this way. It's getting closer. Oh no! Ow!
Rosie, what do you want?
I'm really freaking out, Jack. Ouch!
I'm definitely gonna pee my pants.
Show yourself, Rosie.
Well, this is too weird, Jack.
Let me take your picture, Rosie.
What's going on? This sensor must be broken. It sends you in two places at once.
Ow!
That's it. I'm going to the outhouse.
Get me out of here.
Guys, wait. Wait. Our experience at the old stone house left us with more questions than answers. What did we experience that night? Had Rosie learned nothing after her decades as a spirit? Would Zoe consider giving me a second chance?
Maybe in the afterlife. You jag off.
Would Rosie consider giving me a second chance? Join me for future episodes of The Ghost Snappers.
Butler after midnight, folks. Be sure to join us later this season for further episodes. All right, now let's bring back tonight's musical guest, Mr. Tom Panay. they're interested in hearing more.
I don't know. Pretty much on all, and Spotify, iTunes, pretty much anywhere off my website or Facebook page. You can find some music and downloads and things like that.
And so what's your webpage? I'm guessing it's
TomBenet.com.
Okay.
It's pretty complicated.
So what's up for you here coming up in the next few months, next few weeks?
Yeah. It's been it's been really busy, which is good. This is great tonight. Thank you guys. So yeah, things like this have been popping up all over the place. Like tomorrow night, I'm actually at the country club, but I'm donating artwork for the fur ball, so they're going to be auctioning off a painting for the Humane Society.
It's terrific.
Yeah, and then I got a big show coming up at the Penn Theater. So.
All right.
I'm really looking forward to that shit. It's going to be a good time just to play, and it's all acoustic, and yeah, that'll be the next big show.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to that, and we look forward to hearing you again. We appreciate you coming tonight, and we thank you very much. Thank you. Well, folks, we're also grateful to our additional sponsors, Aristocrackers, makers of those fine, tasty snack crackers for all occasions, whether you're decking out the local fire hall for a wedding reception or you're having your boss over for dinner. Aristocrackers are the perfect complement to Grandma's contributions to the cooking table. Or the best snacks for Brie from the Gourmet Grocer. Always remember, when you reach for a snack, take down the big box of Aristocrackers. The cracker for people with high-class taste and a bottom-of-the-barrel budget. For your career advancement, don't forget to explore the opportunities of the Greater New Hampshire and Southern Boston Northern University. Don't get the education you deserve, get the education you pay for. And remember, when hunger strikes, run to get a run. Sandwich in a bun, and we mean in a bun. Now, I'm going to get the runs for running. Seriously, we want to thank you folks. We're delighted that you chose to spend this evening with us here at the Hobnob Main Street Studio broadcast, our inaugural broadcast. Hobnob is a wonderful place. It's a venue for exploring, creating, and celebrating the fine arts. So keep your eyes out, particularly on Facebook, for upcoming events with Hobnob Theater. We want to wish all of you a great weekend ahead, but first we have to introduce once again our fantastic cast. Our acting crew tonight, Kevin Vespaziani. Justi. Hoolahan. Crawford. And yours truly, very good. Special thanks to our sound effects expert extraordinaire, Karen O'Donnell. Also, our stage manager in the back of the room, Autumn Zapp. We also want to thank Dwayne Peters for his technical expertise. Our show was conceived and directed by tonight's accompanist, Mr. Ken Smith.